It's been a while since we've talked about the amazing digital circus, but it's a-comin' very soon. Recently we had a trailer dropped. Well, 1 month ago. Okay, I'm very late to the party, but better late than never. But the teaser showed us a good chunk of what we might be expecting for the next episode. So today I'll be going through it frame by frame, well, close enough, and seeing what we might be getting. Along with a little help from Wikipedia, which apparently has the names of all the characters. So, let's get started. The teaser starts with a shot of Pomni in her bedroom. Now, at some point before this, there was a tinier teaser released where we saw Pomni sleeping, so apparently she just woke up and decided to lay in bed and stare at the ceiling. Very relatable. This bedroom shot does establish more than that, though. This shows us that the characters' bedrooms are not cookie-cutter and are instead crafted for the character. Instead of Kaufmo's stout little bed, Pomni has a tall 4-poster curtained bed. She also has a mirror, like when she looked at herself that one time, and the room is themed in her colors. There's also more toys, seems to confirm that this isn't just a Kaufmo thing, which means, like I speculated before, these toys likely are just to entertain the characters while they're in their rooms. There's also a dresser, curtains, a pretty purple chandelier, and the letter B. Pomni's staring into the abyss when Caine comes in like a FNAF jump scare and delivers the news about how well the initial pilot for the amazing digital circus has taken off. The next section is really like a non-canon fourth wall break where Caine brings Pomni up to speed on their popularity. The pilot has now also become episode 1, which I was wondering on and actually makes the most sense. He also casually talks about the plethora of not-safe-for-work digital circus works circling the internet. Let me tell you, the scary stuff isn't the not-safe-for-work stuff. It's the not-safe-for-work stuff disguised as kiddie stuff for content farms. I will not be discussing the NSFW stuff right now, except I'm not new to the internet or fandoms. I saw this coming from a mile away. Then we get a proper teaser for the second episode, involving an adventure into the Candy Canyon Kingdom. Legally distinct from the Candy Kingdom, I assure you. It looks to be a bubblegum-soaked hellscape if I've ever seen one, and the NPCs they show us match that description perfectly. We start with an ominous clip of Kinger baiting something with a shotgun in a green room, though the green could be an intense filter and he too is somewhere in bubblegum hell. We then get to see Jax getting shoved into a fast food restaurant called Spudsy's that is pretty much a parody of McDonald's. He's dolled up in a worker's uniform and has the face of someone who just realized, well, this is my life now. Not smiling now, eh, Jax? Caine pats the bunny. We then see a beta map of a baseball stadium. A possible baseball episode in the future or for a cutaway. Seeing this makes me think either this is a much later episode or that everything we've seen that's done is just for episode 2 and maybe 3. The Sun then interjects and politely informs Caine that she intends to murder him for showing favoritism to the flirty moon by giving her lines. Caine assures the Sun that she will get lines and satiates its eternal bloodlust. Back to the teasers. Caine shows off some new NPCs. The first is this gummy crocodile wearing a cowboy hat who is apparently named Gummigoo. From what I've heard, he's already gotten pretty popular, and from the few pictures we've seen and how he stands, he seems to maybe be a serious, no-nonsense character. It's really too early to tell. We then see this rejected Balls character named Orbsman. I don't know why, but his face reminds me of those little fuzzy guys from Croc called the Gobos, or Gobos. He looks to be ordering food from Spudsy's, and probably Jax. We then see a tape player. And then we see this heinous thing. This demented mix between Gloppy from Candyland and the Great Mighty Pooh is apparently called the Fudge Monster. His eyes kind of look like jawbreakers and his teeth are candy corn. Now, I'm aware that Gooseworks is a fan of the film Raggedy Ann and Andy, A Musical Adventure, during which they encounter a giant gooey candy monster made of taffy, sludge, and a whole lot of candy, known as the Greedy. And if it is based off of the Greedy, then Ragatha might be in for a real bad time. Anyway, we then see this chibi-looking little ghost in a mansion hallway, which might suggest that the next adventure post-Candy Canyon will be some sort of haunted mansion or hotel experience. We do see a more detailed ghost in a moment, but this is pretty neat. We then get a look at the candy princess known as Princess Loolilalu. She has a lollipop head and gummy fruit hair and a cake dress. Considering how detailed she is and that she does apparently have a tiny portion of a model sheet, she might be an important character in the adventure. Though whether she's there the whole time or like the princess they have to reach and save at the end is up in the air. We then get the more detailed ghost, known as Martha Mildenhall, as confirmed by Gooseworks. I say that because this is the only one I can easily source. Likely she's a major NPC for whatever the Haunted Mansion adventure is, as the green curtains behind her match the green in the hallway. And, well, she's a ghost. Now, I wonder if her name, Martha, is actually a nod to the animated music video What's the Matter, Martha, made by Kevin Temmer, who is the lead animation designer on the Amazing Digital Circus. See, a while ago there was a theory circulating around that Pomni is somehow related to, or was Martha from that video, as they seem to share some behaviors. Maybe that inspired the name coming back around, who knows. Anyway, Caine then teases the coming shipping wars in the fandom and turns into a marketable plushie, which leads into the section of him talking about upcoming merch. It all looks pretty good. On the vinyl record, there's an area of the circus tent that we haven't seen before. Because of the thin top showing the sky held up by the posts, this seems to maybe be the top of the circus tent. And well, that's kind of it. So what can we take from this? Well, episode 2 takes place in Candy Canyon Kingdom. It's a mix of cowboy and kingdom, and where the line is drawn is unclear. This hideous creature appears. There's a side plot where Jax works at McDonald's and meets this guy. From this screenshot of Jax in the Candy Kingdom, annoying Ragatha and the other of him being cutesy, either Jax goes to the canyon and then gets dumped into Spudsies, or he is dropped off at the Spudsies and then escapes, pops up in the canyon, and that's why he's acting so cheeky. There's also a princess who looks like she would be pretty hard to eat. There are also small glimpses of ghost characters in a mansion, so I believe this is likely episode 3, and it's just not as far along as episode 2, for obvious reasons. Also, I found this on the wiki. Thanks, wiki. I really needed to see this. So I'm pretty excited for the next episode, which is kinda guesstimated to release sometime in early May, but I don't think we've got an official date locked in. At least I didn't find one, and I'm way too lazy to look any harder. I'm pulling a Jax here. So, the main reason for this video, because I'm pretty sure everyone's already seen the teaser, is kind of to bring myself up to speed, because I feel like very soon I'm going to be making some more digital circus videos. So, basically, I just wanted to get this out there so that there was no gap between episode 1 and episode 2. Anyway, I hope I brought you up to speed. Thank you for watching.